Okay, Professor Arun is going to log out and log in again.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, I changed the connection. I've gone back to what do you call it as the regular connection. Okay. Firstly, as I said, what I now I'm audible now.
Yes,
you are
yes,
breaking
sir.
up, but better than earlier.
Okay. One second. Let me try another thing out here for a minute. Audible now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. Firstly, what I said was I would basically like to apologize first for pulling out at the last minute, especially on the inaugural. I had something very personal, so I requested the HOD in charge, Professor Saji Matthew, to sort of step in and Rahul. So both of them had agreed, and I'm very thankful to them as well as what I have been able to gather a lot of information, from colleagues who are very happy with the way event has structure and the event has been pulled on so far. In the sense, what event shape with about the event like this, because there are too many ways happening. Really, the inaugural was off to a great start out there. A lot of good participation, and it was off to a great start. And even the events, what I've gathered from my colleagues who have been judging some of the events, they said that it has been really the participation has been really good, and they have been very, very happy about it. And I really appreciate your efforts, even in this particular kind of difficult situation. You have been able to pull through an event which is an event which is basically not compromising on specifics, in terms of you have been able to hold on to all the events what we have been able to what we were doing when we were conducting the physical event out here, and you've been able to hold on all the events out there and successfully pulling it through. Number one. Number two, I really appreciate even more especially the kind of efforts that you guys have taken to get sponsorship, because in this difficult time nobody expects anybody to sponsor anything, but you guys have been able to raise money even for sponsorship. So my certainly effort, I mean, really appreciate your efforts, and really appreciate your efforts in pulling the event through successfully, because at least I had not envisaged that it would be a successful big event or a great event, because in fact what I was negotiating initially was do a half a day event, do a 1 day event, etc. That is what I was negotiating. But I think you guys held on, saying that we will do the complete event, and fortunately, and it was good, and you guys have been able to pull it through comfortably. Thank you very much, and really appreciate your efforts. Was I audible?
Yes, sir. We
Very
heard
clear.
the.
Very clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for the appreciation and the support throughout the journey. And yes, sir. So now I would like to request our faculty advisor, Mr. Professor Rahul Marathe, to please say a few words about the festival, the team, and the overall experience of working with us.
Yeah. So thank you. I joined Professor Arun in congratulating the team. It was indeed a very, very well done event. I share some of the apprehensions that Professor Arun had mentioned. Personally, I was little more concerned about the sponsorship situation. So I was not very sure whether we will be able to manage some industry collaborators for Samanvay. And special thanks to the sponsorship team. We actually did pretty well on that. I also joined Professor Arun in congratulating the events team, because I have been getting overwhelmingly positive feedback about the events from the judges. Yes, so very well done there also. So overall, I think this was, I mean, in no ways we lacked because we went online, and this is 100% because of the efforts of the Samanvay team. So thank you, and hearty congratulations. Do pat yourself on your back. Yes, thanks, Karan, for doing that. So I mean, this is always possible because you have a solid team backing you up, right? Please thank your classmates, please thank your teammates, because they were silently working throughout these events, right? I mean, probably 58% days was the efforts put in by almost everyone. So thank you, and hearty congratulations. I'm very happy that you made me part of this journey. So I learned by interacting with all of you. So thank you, and best wishes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for all the support and the guidance throughout the journey. And yeah, it was this fest happened because of you, actually. So thank you so much. And yeah, so now I would like to invite Karan on stage, and not the stage, but to present what all happened in Samanvay this year.
A warm and graceful evening to one and all present here. Before I move on to deliver my vote of thanks speech, just a small brief regarding what all happened in these 3 days, rather these 58 days, as Lakshman has calculated. And exactly 58 days ago from today, we decided on theme with the help of all the professors, building sustainable economies, and post that there was no looking back. So moving on, this year we not only saw an increase in the number of registrations, but as well on the associations with Samanvay 2020. These were the main sponsors, as you can see: Kamal Wares, PSK Group, Page Traffic, Shop 2Ds, and Simply Learn. Along with them, there were few other official partners as well for Samanvay 2020. We had FinSiksha, we had Havish M Consulting, we had Business Standard as our media partner. Lakshman, can you change the slide? Yeah. We had Events Connect, we had Dare to Compete, and other partners were also there. Moving on to the number of registrations. This year, we saw a huge spike in the registrations as well, having more than 7,000 plus registration in terms of events as well as workshop. So a huge kudos to the team and everyone associated with working with the events team. Next slide. So Samanvay 2020 on the day one flagged off with the inauguration ceremony. We were honored to witness our guest of honor, Miss Navita Vikas, who addressed the gathering as well, which was followed by the conclave series, again witnessing 4 prominent speakers like Kapil Gandhi, Mr. K. Ganesh, Mr. Rahul Prabhakar, and Mr. Ramaswamy Ji. We also had the lecture series as well. Both the lecture series 1 and the 2, it started and ended both on high notes, with Mr. Prabhu Srinivasan addressing the batches on the day 1 of the lecture series, and today we saw Mr. Vineet Miglani addressing both the batches. So that's it from the brief for Samanvay 2020 this year. And now I'd move on to the vote of thanks speech. It's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks speech and acknowledge the contributions of those who worked really hard to make Samanvay 2020. Sing on behalf of the entire Samanvay core team, would like to extend a hearty vote of thanks to our HOD, Professor G. Arun Kumar, for taking out time from his busy schedule to help us throughout the months of planning and executing the festival. I would also like to thank Professor Usha Mohan, faculty advisor for both the batches, for her support and guidance, as well as Professor Rahul Marathe, faculty advisor for Samanvay 2020, for his words of wisdom and guidance. I would now like to thank all our professors for helping us and guiding us in shaping up Samanvay this year. A special thanks to all the professors who took out time from their busy schedule and provided guidance to participants of different events by being the judges in the final rounds. Moving on, a huge thank you to the non-thieving staff of DoMS, especially Mani and Hari, without whom I cannot imagine Samanvay 2020 happening in an online manner. Thank you for your technical support and accommodating our innumerous requests for creating WebEx meetings, even this one. I would also take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor, Kamal West. Thank you for your association with Samanvay 2 years in a row, and we look forward to more associations in the future. Our hygiene sponsor, Harsh Clothing, finance event sponsor, PSK Groups, marketing event sponsor, Page Trafficking, data analytics event sponsor, Havish M Consulting, official learning partner, Simply Learn, official hosting partner, D2C, official media partner, Business Standard, Events Connect, our promotions collaborator, Ace Your Campus, our Workshop 2 sponsor, and last but not the least, Film Siksha, our co-sponsor for the finance event. Moving on to the students' body, I would want to thank the research scholars as well as the EMBA candidates for showing active participation in Samanvay 2020 and making it a success. All the event heads, organizers, huge thank you to all of you for pulling each and every event off so smoothly and diligently. Not to forget the entire 2 batches of 21 and 22 for showing all the enthu and supporting the core team throughout. The 4 talented junior cores, Tanya Tomar, Niharika, Dipesh and Naina, thanks for bringing in all the enthusiasm, skills and new ideas to the table. And most importantly, my wonderful teammates from the batch of 21, Lakshmanan, Shivani, Advitya, Shrudhi and Vaishnavi, without whom Samanvay 2020 would never have been possible. Special mention to our seniors who actually believed in us and chose us to be part of the core team for this festival last year. Although I have tried not to miss anyone behind, but even if I have, please accept my apologies. Before signing off, a small request to the batch of 22. Samanvay is our department's baby. It has always been the students' job to nurture it and make it grow. As Professor Rahul Marathe always says, Samanvay is for the students, by the students and of the students. I wish you all to take the ownership of the festival next year and make it a greater success. Signing off, Karandeep Singh, Head of Sponsorship, Samanvay 2020.
At last, I would like to request all of you to please switch on your videos once, so we can have a last screenshot for Samanvay 2020. Come on, we are more people than this.
Okay, if you guys are not wearing formals, it's fine. Just switch on your video.
Shall I click? Done. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today and for the whole festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.